So I got myself into a race. It's a classification race, meaning I would be in the citizens group 50 and over. I had never done a classification race before, so I thought it would be fun. Now, a citizen competitor, which is what I was racing in, the definition means shall be a new or recreational racer with limited time riding. Racers with 2 years racing and training more than 4 hours a week should be in the sport category. So of course I thought, hey, I can be in the citizen group. I don't have more than 2 years racing experience, and I don't usually train more than 4 hours a week. Now, why would I get myself into a race that I had no chance of winning? Well, being relatively new to mountain biking, I enjoy the race atmosphere and the energy level at events. Additionally, riding new trails and sections with others with the same passion, it just makes things cool. Additionally, I had talked my friend Max into doing the race with me. The one catch? Well, he didn't have a mountain bike, per se. So I gave him my full suspension bike that I had recently purchased, used, which meant I had to go back to my old hybrid bike and race that. So here's Max and I putting our numbers on, getting ready for the race, but neither of us knew what the heck we were doing. And you're probably wondering, what the heck is that all over their bikes? Well, we're both in a group called the Fur Bandits. We fur up our bikes in different designs, and then we do charity rides to raise money for charitable purposes throughout our city. Now, as I look around the group nearing the starting line, I'm looking for citizens, people like me who have less than 2 years of racing and ride less than 4 hours per week. And look around, I didn't find anybody. I think I was the only one. But I had fun anyway. The race started by going up a ski hill and looping right back down and around. By the time we got to the top, I was pretty sure I was last in my place. Near the very bottom of the first downhill, there was a crash and 2 cyclists were hurt. We had to go around them carefully. As we go back by the starting line, you'll see the next wave of riders ready to go. That was 10 to 14-year-old mountain bike riders, and they would soon be passing me. Now at this point, everything seemed to be uphill. We'd go up a hill, turn the corner, and have to go up another hill. And right on cue, I get passed by my first young rider. The kid could move. So believe it or not, at this point I was sucking wind, my legs were gone, I was tired, and I was still halfway through my first lap. Riders seem to be passing me fast and furious at this point. And I guess I'm not afraid to admit I actually did some hike-a-bike. As I said, my legs were shot, my wind was gone, I was tired. Somehow I had lost my water bottle earlier in the race going over some bumps, and I was pretty parched, and suddenly there was a blue oasis of water with guys giving the water out and then offering encouragement. Now, is it me or am I the only one that tended to stop and drink water? Everyone else seemed to keep riding on by, drinking water and keep rolling. Well, I didn't care. I was tired. I was going to enjoy myself. The guys got a good kick out of my furry bike, made some jokes, gave me some strange looks, but that's okay. I enjoyed it. I knew I'd be back to visit them. Well, maybe. I wasn't quite too sure at that point if I could do a second lap. Okay, so I drank my fill of water, caught my breath, and off I went. And look, I even managed to pass somebody. Surely there was a couple of Groms I got to pass also. Now the guy ahead of me, I must have chased him for like the whole race, it seemed like. Never could catch him, and when I did catch up to him, others passed us and I had to stop. Eventually he got away from me, but I thought I had him. At this point, I was extremely tired, thirsty, and ready to be done, and I had a decision to make up ahead. When I got to this sign, if I go right, I can go to the finish line and quit and be done. If I go left, I start a second lap and have to do it all over again. I chose going to the left, starting my second lap, and grinding through it. Here I am, starting the very first hill again, going up to the top, and starting my second lap. This time when I got to the rest stop, the water station, the guys weren't quite as busy. They were a little bit calmer, and I was more tired than the first time, so I took a little longer this time. Chatted with the guys, and eventually I made my way on. Now it didn't look like there was as many people passing me at this point, mainly because they were probably all ahead of me. But hey, I finished up and I didn't die. I was pretty happy about that. At the end of the day, I was happy that at least I finished what I started. Even though I wasn't competitive, it gave me a measuring stick to know what I needed to work on. And it was a lot. But I didn't feel bad. I came out, I did the race, got to see some cool new trails, and see a lot of mountain bikes and paraphernalia that I hadn't seen before.
Splash? Water? Well, thanks for being here, guys. Yeah. Just enjoying the day.
At this point, I could go to the right without feeling any guilt. I felt happy that I finished what I started again. And, yeah, there comes the finish line. Woohoo! I made it. I was tired, beaten down, felt out of place, but thoroughly enjoyed myself.
I got another one I'll prefer to.
Max finished the race, even though he started after me. He eventually finished the race, and he actually finished in the top 3 in the Clydesdale category. Woo! So congratulations, Max, your first mountain bike race and your first podium. Keep it going. You got big shoes to fill going forward.
That's not real time, though.